Good morning. Here is today's word of blessings for you. 1 Chronicles 11:4-9. David and all the Israelites marched to Jerusalem, that is, Jebus. The Jebusites who lived there said to David, "You will not get in here." Nevertheless, David captured the fortress of Zion, which is the city of David. David had said, "Whoever leads the attack on the Jebusites will become commander-in-chief." Joab son of Zeruiah went up first, and so he received the command. David then took up residence in the fortress, and so it was called the City of David. He built up the city around it, from the terraces to the surrounding wall, while Joab restored the rest of the city. And David became more and more powerful, because the Lord Almighty was with him. Today's title is Because the Lord Almighty was with him. For some, life seems so tough to live. They try hard with well-meaning life goals. But nothing seems to work for them. They fail in almost everything they undertake. They are restless and joyless. For others, life seems so easy to live. They don't seem to work particularly hard compared to others. But the fruit of their labors is outstanding. They don't seem to ever fail in anything they undertake. Their life is blissful and happy. I am sure that have oversimplified these two types of life. But that's how we feel sometimes. Even in our own lives, there are times that things were going so well without much effort. But there are times that nothing that we do seems to work out well. What makes the difference? It is hard to tell. We know that there are so many godly people who suffer greatly in the Bible. We can't denigrate such people for the sufferings they go through. That was the very mistake of Job's friends. David went through many sufferings for his outstanding services for the kingdom of Israel and for God. We better be humble when we think about suffering. But I think it is much easier to see why when things are going well for the people of God. It is definitely God's grace and love. God is with us. He defeats our enemies. He helps us to overcome the challenges. He draws people to us. That's exactly what David sees in today's passage. He captures the fortress of Zion, defeating the Jebusites who were confident of their own victory. He built there the city of David and settled down. He is becoming increasingly powerful. Nothing seems to slow him down at all. What made David, who once went through great sufferings, so successful and prosperous? Today's passage gives us a simple answer. And David became more and more powerful because the Lord Almighty was with him, verse 9. Because the Lord Almighty was with him is going to be given as the reason for David's success and prosperity throughout David's life. Yes, we go through sufferings sometimes despite our faith and trust in the Lord. That's a mystery of life and faith that humbles us. But God's presence in our life definitely brings more blessings than sufferings, including the final victory. Why? For it is a part of God's nature of goodness, I believe. Jeremiah 29:11 says, "For I know the plans I have for you, declares the Lord, plans to prosper you and not to harm you, plans to give you hope and a future." Knowing that, David constantly sought the presence of the Lord even in the midst of sufferings. Now he finally tastes the goodness of God. So both in sufferings and blessings, the best thing we can do is always seeking God's presence. David knew the secret. Are you aware of the secret too?